Hey everybody, it's Ed. This is going to be a pretty quick video. Just wanted to do some first impressions and an unboxing. This is the CZUR Halo Streaming Dual Webcam. This was actually gifted to me by Melissa for our anniversary. We just hit 17 years and really excited about this. She knows me too well. This was something that I'd had my eye on. What I'm filming this on right now is the CZUR document camera that I've also done an unboxing on. And it's usually what I use for all of my top-down shots. And I'll link that in the description below as well. So you can go back, kind of see what that product is. But I've been pretty impressed with this line so far. I had another older document camera when I first started, very much on the cheaper side of things. These I would still consider budget friendly, but much higher quality than what I was using when I first started doing any kind of top down shot or anything like that. I mean, I'm not going to have a $2,000 or $3,000 rig. That's not the business I'm in. But I do want you to see kind of the potential. My usual front-facing camera is the 1080p Logitech. So I'm going to see whether this is something that can either supplement or replace that. And Melissa was actually responsible for that Logitech camera as well. It's something that I really enjoy. But again, I'm not looking to break the bank. I'm not looking to get into the 4K race. This top-down shot you're seeing now is being shot in 4K. Hopefully that comes through okay on the video. I do try to use that as much as I can for demos, but pretty much everything else is going to be 1080p just because I think that's good enough for most things. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and see what we get in the box. So let's go through some quick spec notes just really quickly. This is, like I said, the CZUR Halo Streaming Dual Webcam. It says it's professional USB 1080p with a microphone. I don't usually use the microphones on the webcams as much, but they're nice to have there as a backup or if I'm just doing a web conference. It also says it has a 90-degree view and it's plug and play compatible. So we'll see just how that works. But for right now, let's go ahead and crack this open. And I did take it out of the packaging. It was bought on Amazon, and I'll have a link down in the description. But I haven't actually opened any of the internals yet. So here we can go ahead and see this is your quick start guide. And then we'll pull out the device itself, sit it right down here. I always like their packaging. They use a lot of foam, they use a lot of cardboard, and I think that really says a lot. Most of you know that I'm very much into sustainability when it comes to the packages I buy. That's why I enjoy the Supernote so much. It's why I enjoy a lot of the different things. There is some plastic here, which I'm not a huge fan of, but again, sometimes I think you're going to need to do some plastic components, but they give you a nice cleaning cloth. They also give you a little travel pouch, it looks like. So once we see the device, we'll see what can actually go inside this travel pouch. It looks like it may be foldable. And then a USB cable here as well, and it's USB-C, it looks like, to USB-A. Let's go ahead and see what we get with the actual device. I do like the foam. I think that's a really nice touch. Now there, it's really snug. I think it's a nice touch as well that they really pack this in tightly. That is not going to move during shipping, and I think that's a really important component of anything like this is you want to make sure that it's stable during shipping so you don't get accidental breakages or anything like that. But here is the product, and you can see it looks like it actually has dual cams, which may be really interesting to see how that works. It may have a swivel here. You've got your USB-C port here at the bottom, and then it does say that it swivels. This right here, if I can read that, says, according to the needs of scene shooting, the vertical bar can rotate 180 degrees clockwise. So that isn't even mentioned in the actual description when you go to Amazon for this. It just mentions the 90-degree view. So it's saying that this will actually do 180 degrees, which could come in extremely handy, especially if I was doing another one-on-one sit down with Trey again or with someone else that I wanted to have a conversation with. I would theoretically be able to have this capture that full frame of view. And that's something that I really don't have the ability to do right now with my current setup. And again, we'll get this plugged up and we'll do a short demo for some first impressions. But I do think it's a very interesting package. It looks like this right here might be your microphone. It's very sleek, it's lightweight. Let's go ahead and open up this carrying case because I am curious if this would fit the entire device. It doesn't look like, and I don't want to try to take off the stand right now. So we'll have to do some more looking into that and I'll follow up with that. But it does look like this is a nice cover. So you would go ahead and slide this down over. Yeah, and that fits really snug right there. And then pull it to, and it protects your camera for when you're offline. I like it. All right, well, let's go ahead. We will jump back over. I'll get this connected, and then we'll see if we can take a look at what it looks like. Okay, so this is just some testing footage using the CZUR microphone on its own. So right now I'm using its native camera array and a native microphone. Obviously, you'd use it as a camera, but a lot of times I would want to use my Yeti microphone or something like that to capture some different quality. Right now, what I'm using is their native application to capture this. I'm still doing some updates with my device. Right now, there's a bunch of Windows updates and different things happening, but I wanted to show you some of this functionality. A couple of learning curve things just as I was plugging this in and getting it started up is that it's a manual process to turn the cameras, but one good thing about that is you know you're getting the shots you want. It's not going to have to auto pan and auto zoom and do all of these different things. It also makes you really aware of which camera you want pointed which way. So for example, the top camera is coming straight at me, which is a little bit better because it's higher up than the one that's currently pointed at the other screens. And again, this just shows you what you can do. This has a 180-degree radius on both of them. And so what I can do is I'm going to do this. So it is going to be a little bit of a jolt. So just to prepare you. Now I can turn that around and I have the camera view kind of coming up at me from the one that was pointed the other way. And I can now have that conversation. So this is really good if you're having like an interview or having someone sitting across from you. You might have a camera off to the side. You might have two really good microphones, and then you use this for those shots back and forth. I am going to turn it around real quick again to show one more thing. So another thing you can do is, I'm going to try and do this without blocking either of the cameras, and that's what's hard. So this top camera will tilt down. It will also tilt up, and it will tilt side to side. So it gives you a lot of flexibility on how to position that camera. So maybe if you had someone who was a little taller, or you were trying to capture something at a downward angle that you were showing, so maybe typing and you want to capture your fingers as you're typing. Anyway, just wanted to do that really quick with the device itself. I'm going to try and do a little bit more testing in OBS as well, just to show you a few other features in kind of this first glance. And this will probably then become a camera I use in my rotation for capturing face-to-face shots, maybe some other different shots of throughout the office, things of that nature. But anyway, talk to you here in a second. All right, everybody. So now we've got this back into OBS, and sorry for the mess, still taking down a few things. We've already got all the Christmas decorations down, but I'm the slacker, not the rest of the family. You'll see over here, I have my village still up. I kept making the excuse to myself that it's not really Christmas because it's only got like one toy shop in it, but we all know it's Christmas. Anyway, I'll get that down this weekend, but also just wanted to finish out. I am now recording using my Wave microphone and my CZUR camera. So this is the top camera, And again, remember, there are the two cameras, so you can do different things. If you want to do something off to the side, you can record that while you're doing something else. If you want to do a conversation this way and have two camera angles, a lot of different ways you can handle that. But I'm going to turn off the top so you can now see the bottom. And this one appears to have a little bit different zooming. And again, I'm still playing with this. The focus isn't quite right on it, but you'll notice the angle is different. It's a good camera because I had it focused when I was in their software. It's just going to be me getting used to OBS and how it works with this equipment. But this could be a really powerful tool for me to use moving forward and make it a lot more versatile. It's a very small camera and microphone package like you saw. I also have my newer wireless lavalier mics that we've done some different testing with, and I've shown you before. But these would be really nice to take just with that, and you could do your laptop, two-way camera, and the lavalier mics, and or even just your phone, quite frankly, and the camera and lavalier mics, and really make that a fun experience. So just some early thoughts. Again, this wasn't supposed to be some crazy long video, but what I wanted to do was, first of all, as always, thank my lovely wife for buying me this crazy equipment for my habit. Also, the fact that, again, let you all know that you can do this kind of stuff on a budget. You don't have to spend a crazy amount of money on a $3,000 camera to do stuff. You can do it with your phone. You can do it with this camera like I have here. You can do it with the Logitech 920 like Melissa bought me last year. You can do it with a lot of different things. And if you ever want to know the things that I use, you can just check out the website, ofc1820.com, and you'll see that I have all of the things that I actually use listed. Now, they are Amazon affiliate links, so I do get a small commission. It doesn't change your price at all, but I don't put an affiliate link up for anything that I don't actually use. Thank you again to all of my patrons. Thank you for those who are signing up for the new YouTube membership. Super appreciated. It's a small, quick entryway. You'll see this video ahead of everyone else. Again, thank you so much. I will talk to you all soon. And until next time, keep moving forward.